started. All right, so welcome everyone. Akasha here from nanakasha.com, and welcome to BlissLife Podcast. This is our last in this particular series called Global Healing, BlissLife Global Healing Series on energy medicine. So be sure you get the whole energy medicine series if you haven't already. They're all free on YouTube. They're free on my podcast on iTunes or at show.nanakasha.com. And also if you want all of the shows, because I think I did 18 interviews maybe and 3 classes of my own, there's free gifts from each of the speakers, and they're all on a special page for you. You just have to go to nanakasha.com/BlissLife Global Healing, and you'll get access to that special page, and everything's in the same place. So if you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, I'm going to continue to come out with multiple, possibly daily videos, tips, healings, channelings, groovy topics, whatever. And I would love to hear from you as to what kind of topics you would like. Last, let's see, a couple days ago, we did the soul readings, and that was a wonderful call. I hope you go and watch it, because even if it's not you getting the reading, they're so enlightening. It's oftentimes many people in the same place, in the same room, so to speak, in the same healing chamber here, have we have similar patterns. And so there's a lot often you can learn from hearing about other people's particular things going on for them. And one beautiful lady asked, how do you cleanse? And I thought, wow, what a great question. I've been doing this kind of work for so long. It doesn't, and I teach it. So I have lots and lots of courses and LightBody Healing School, lightbodyschool.com. And then there's Infinity Light Weaving, which is the first module of that. It's quite robust, and that's on sale right now, 50% off, I think, at infinitylightweaving.com. And then there's meditations and courses like the Pineal Awakening course and the How to Master Your Emotions in Any Situation course. And I'm going to continue this year to rebuild my store. Many years ago, we took down most of the products off of my store, so we're building that back up. And there's also, I guess I just realized, today we're going to be receiving channeled messages from Gaia and do a healing journey in the Infinity Healing Chamber with the LightBody Council. And we do have, it's going to come down next week, I think. There's a meditation. It's a beautiful meditation, about 30 minutes, and it's combined with my own music. I'm not a musician, but I buy music clips and I mix them together and I remix them and I add some sound healing. And so each of my shamanic journeys and the BlissLife meditations, which I have many more of to finish up and get out to you, they're going to be coming out regularly throughout this year. So you'll want to check that out. If you go to nanakasha.com, there should be a link there for the shop, or click on some of the products have their own pages. And that one's just $3 right now, called Blessings from Gaia. It's a healing journey with Gaia. It's very lush, it's very fresh, it's rejuvenating, and connects you back to nature. So that would be a lovely one to go together with this today. And you should get it instantly when you buy it. And it's $3. It'll be still for sale later. It's only $9 anyway. Everything we're doing is to work towards opening our nonprofit foundation. We want to take the work that I've been doing for a long time now and bring it to people in an easier, more affordable format, and continue to do more and more things to spread this kind of information. What I'm interested in is practical spirituality, is what I call it. What does that mean? It means discovering who you are. It means unplugging from and deconditioning from the way that we were all differently, but all of us on the planet. If you were alive on this planet for even 5 days, you've been conditioned in some way. And there's many things that we go through. We come here for a reason, and we're especially here for a reason right now. This is a very profound time. The quarantine, the pandemic is just one of the symptoms of this grand transformation. Initially, when 2020 started, like you were probably also was very excited about this year. And I was very excited about all the big changes that were going to happen. Of course, I understand I'm old enough. I've had enough loss and pain and grief and struggle and success and failure and everything in between in my life to understand that transformation, when you want something different, if it's just, I want to live in a different house, I want a different job, I want a different relationship, I want a different body, I want a different mood every day, I want to be happier every day and not depressed or angry or feel frustrated, or I want a different self-image. I want to align with a self-image that feels, oh yes, that's me, that's who I really am. When I got my pink hair, I still hadn't looked at my white hair that had come in underneath. I knew I was quite gray, but I had been coloring my hair, having my hair colored for long enough that I had never seen my whole head white or gray, and I had no intention of looking at it or seeing it. And I started to play with different colors, little bit in my hair here and there. And then I decided, in this picture, you can see this was 6 years ago, I think. Wow, really? Am I been doing pink hair that long? Huh. Maybe, yeah, 5 years, something like that. Anyway, that was done in a hair salon. Obviously, it's beautifully styled. That's why I took the picture after I got out, because, they make your hair look so nice in the beauty salon. And but I literally had played with different colors and combination of colors and didn't know if I wanted to do this. And I did it. And I remember waking up the very next day and walking in the bathroom and looking in the mirror and remembering, oh yeah, I have pink hair. But this was the thought that went through my head. Oh, there I am. Finally, I found my real hair color. And I found that so fascinating that for probably the first month I had pink hair, and I've pretty much consistently had pink hair. I do blue sometimes or whatever, but it was finding yourself. My parents hate it. My kids used to love it. Sometimes they think I'm a little weird. Some people absolutely love it. They'll yell out the window of their car, "Love your hair." It makes some people happy when I go to museums or places and little children see me. They'll follow me around like they think I'm a fairy godmother. They just look at me like, oh. Oftentimes mothers will grab their children and run from me because they're afraid that their kids want hair like that. And often they ask. And it's fascinating. This is a perfect example of how we must now live. We live fully expressed, not expressed if it's going to infringe on someone else. So, if, for example, you like to smoke cigars, it's not you expressing that desire is fine, but in private, because it upsets other people, that people are allergic to smoke and so on and so forth. So it's a bad example, but you get what I mean. You do as you would like, as long as it doesn't harm others. But that idea of what harms others needs to be redefined, because all of us have this ability to carry guilt, shame, obligations, feelings, beliefs, decisions, that we can't do this because it would upset my mother, or I can't do that because my spouse wouldn't let me spend the money, or I shouldn't do this because people will think I'm weird. And one of the biggest ones that I get, oh, I guess I could look at you. Hang on a sec here. Hey, I could put on my camera. Hey, everybody. One of the big ones is when you're an energy worker, an empath, when you're alternative, let's say, in some way, it becomes a challenge to be who you are, to know what it is. And right now, the grand awakening that we're having is an awakening that's happening for everyone. We've watched different people, different pockets of the planet, because the energy on a planet where you live has a big impact on your awakening. awakening, but we've never had a mass awakening. And that's why it looks like a mess, because people who have not been seeking consciously, who am I, what's happening, what powers do I have, am I plugged into a system that's not serving my greatest good, are there beliefs that I hold from my family or my culture that I need to let go of? And so always this has been part of self-realization, is deciding to unplug from the good opinion of others, as Wayne Dyer would say. I think that's a gracious way of saying you've got to stop worrying what other people think. Now, that doesn't mean you become selfish jerk, but you stop making your own decisions. You stop expressing or not expressing. You stop choosing, deciding, or even looking for what you want, what's right for you in this moment, whether it's a job or a place to live or a decision to go out to a party or not. Every single thing you do needs to begin to be aligned with the truth of who you are. And one of the big things is our bodies. We're not comfortable in our bodies. We're not fully living in our bodies. We don't trust our bodies. There's fears that are carried forward that talk about it's not safe to be in a body. I might be attacked. I might be criticized. Am I good enough? Does my butt look big or whatever? So pull in your power. This is one of the most difficult places for me to make the change. I had an extreme people-pleasing personality because I didn't feel that I fit in at all in my family. And although they were, kind to me, it was weird. I was adopted. I didn't look like them. I didn't act like them. And it was, you're too this, you're too loud, you're too spontaneous, you're too. But at some point when you're growing up, when you hear these things from the people around you, even if they were meant in love, you start to make decisions about yourself. And so as a hypnotherapist and a doctor of homeopathy and an energy practitioner in many, many ways, I've seen inside of people. And that's what I do in my private sessions, is go deep inside with you. We journey together. You're seeing things, you're realizing things, we're uncovering, we're finding, we're asking your soul to show us exactly what it is that you need at this time that is optimal for your highest good. That's part of the beauty of the light body worker coming into this infinity healing chamber, is you enter into a space that's already pre-designed with that intention, is to be for your highest good and to reveal to you, to create a shift. Now, in order to change, if you want to make more money, that's a simple change. I'd like to make more money. Okay, well, that's a change. If you're making this amount of money, it matches with who you are right now. Who you are is your entire light body. So your body is a reflection of your thoughts and your mind and your beliefs and your emotional body and your feelings and the meanings that you give things and all the other layers of your light body. So it's like there's this huge energy structure around you. It's very complex. It's very unique to you, and it can be shifted. It can be cleansed. It can be communicated with. And you can find, oh, you know what? So what we usually find is that people bring in different fears, pains, concerns, beliefs into this life at a soul level to almost, this isn't a great term, but to create a situation in this life, often a crisis, that will bring that issue up, and you can finally release it. You can finally terminate it, cleanse it, understand it. You don't have to, but sometimes that's what it's for. So I want you to understand that as you do these experiences, really allow yourself to relax and understand that what comes to the surface is information. It's communication. And it's communication inviting you to please, please let go of who you thought you should be, who anyone else wants you to be, what anyone else wants you to do, and stop denying your unique skills. Light workers, star seeds, healers, channels, you know, just all kinds of people who are in an awakening phase. You don't have to like all of these things. You don't have to know all of these things. You don't have to even be an expert or be certified at any of these things to be a light worker, or what I call a light leader. A light leader is someone who is awakening before the bulk of the people. And we are still building the tipping point, and you're a part of it. And that's powerful. Here's how you can be more powerful. Here's how you can be the most powerful version of you at this time, is one, to ask, and ask just like that. I'm ready and willing. Go ahead and do it right now. I'm ready and willing. Those are commands. You should feel an energy kind of ripple out through you, changing everything, flipping the orientation of all these structures, and willing and open and receptive. To stepping into, to embodying, to becoming, to being, to live as the version of me that is optimal for me at this time, for my highest good. Optimal is such a wonderful word. That's a big agreement. So I can feel some resistance coming up in a lot of you. Excuse me. And my ginger tea. And so this is the other beauty of doing these kinds of declarations, is you're stepping back into the captain's chair, okay? You need to come back in and acknowledge that you are the creator of your reality, that you're in this body animating it, but you're an enormous being. And you have beliefs and programs and patterns that come from your family and from your experiences in this life. You've got some you brought from your soul that come from many, many other lives. You've got some that come from ancestry, some that come in your DNA. You can have fears of being bit by a spider, and your great-great-grandmother died of being bit by a spider, but you don't even know that consciously. That can come in your DNA. So you're a conglomeration of all of these incredible ideas and patterns. And this very moment is the moment to cleanse it. This is the moment to clear it. So cleansing and clearing is a really important skill. And I'm just thinking that, especially based on that question last week, maybe that one of the next things in LightBody School that I'm going to package up as a smaller course would be doing some cleanses. And so I will do some cleanses on you, for you today. And so be ready to receive that. And being ready and willing and open and receptive is one of the keys. Because, believe it or not, you probably don't actually know what you really want completely, because as you move forward and you face a fear, or you face the pandemic, or you face a flood. Right now people can't drive to our house, and we had this lovely couple bring food to us after 2 weeks. We were out of food, and carry food in a box on his head through hip deep water with snakes in it. A quarter of a mile one way 3 times to bring us our food. So there's all kinds of challenges right now today, and I'm going to share this because if any of you would love to send love and healing to my daughter Sierra, her beautiful cat is dying, and she's just brought her home from the hospital last night. And she has about a day or 2, maybe 3, if they're lucky, to be together before she passes away. This is, she's 22 years old. She lives alone. And this cat helped her through depression, potential suicide. So it's a big deal. I apologize. So everybody's having these, there's riots and there's this and that. What are these things for? They're always for our awakening. They're always for our opportunity to walk through the pain, the fear, the resistance, the blocks. Whenever you feel a block to something, it's a great place to dive in to talk to that part of you, to why is this? What are you trying to protect me from? Because all of our beliefs and patterns are based on some kind of conditioning. I can't, I shouldn't, I won't, this is bad, this is good. And based on other agreements we made, I call karmic knots, or agreements. And those are agreements that are like, this is one of the most common scenarios, which is why I bring it up, because many, many, many of my clients go back to a past life, even if they don't believe in them, because in our different deep sessions, and they go back to that life and they experience something very traumatic that is 100% related to what's happening in their life right now, and explains to them the agreement or decision they made in that life at that point that was so powerful and so emotional that it embedded in their soul blueprint a block, a pain. And so a common one is using your voice and your power and your charisma and your wisdom, your intelligence, to convince people to rise up and fight against the king, or, you know, don't take this, and then their family gets killed in retribution, or everybody dies on the battlefield, and they're dying at that last moment, looking around, and they think, oh my God, look what I did. I thought I was doing a good thing. I used my voice. I convinced people, come on, let's do this. It's right. It's fair. It's just. And they all died, and it's my fault. I'm never going to speak up again. I'll never use my power again. And then you come into this life and you want to be a speaker, or you want to sell your services, and you want to sell, and you can't talk, and you can't get on stage, and you procrastinate, and you hesitate, and you have fears around it. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about. That's an agreement that's embedded as a pattern. Give me a second here. Ooh, grief is a very familiar friend to me. So this moment with my daughter, we're all walking through a tunnel of grief, and I had a daughter die, many other things happen. And so if you're familiar with grief, if that's one of your wheelhouses for this life, certainly is mine. Yeah, there's a certain feeling to it, right? And it's a very sacred moment, and you learn much about yourself, and you face a lot of your fears. So whatever it is you're going through, you can see we're having pressure from the pandemic, pressure from the lockdown, pressure from rules changing, pressures from fears of death, pressure of how do I get my food? And now there's a storm, and then there's a flood, and now someone's dying. And, you know, so this is the moment we're in, and there's nothing to do to change what's happening. So I would recommend you pull your energy back from going, I wish this would change, and that person's wrong, and this isn't right. Watch what's happening, be informed to the degree that you are safe, but bring your energy in, because you need it in here to watch what's happening, to see your own patterns as they come up, to walk into them, to accept them, to realize that, oh, okay, grief again. All right. I don't like it. I wouldn't choose it, but there it is, sitting on my doorstep. What am I going to do? Not going to ignore it, because it's just going to drag me down further. I'm going to pick it up and embrace it. I'm going to say, what do you have to tell me now? And I can see how I handle it. And my daughter has a twin sister, and she's a little bit, shall we say, in a phase of claiming she has no empathy. I raised these children, so I know that's not true. But so she's like, well, you know, cats die. What's the big deal? But she isn't saying that to her sister. She's being nice to her sister by being funny, by helping distract her, by having conversations about things. And her sister understands that. So that's not who she gets her love and compassion from. You know, I give her that. Chris gives her that. My mother had her come over for a couple of days and stay with her while the cat was in the hospital. So everybody's expressing differently. The important thing is that you start realizing who you are. You can't go through this change still trying to please everyone else, and you may not even know you're doing it, or being overwhelmed by obligations to take care of everyone else first and not yourself. There's this exquisite, I'm going to send it out in an email and put it in a blog, statement made by White Eagle, a Hopi Indian elder. That's a native tribe in the US. And it's so beautifully written. It said, this moment is both a hole and a portal. You get to decide if you fall into the hole or you walk through the portal. And I think I'm going to be doing some shows this week about that because it's so important. If you take control, step back into yourself, you connect to your own inner wisdom. You connect down into Gaia, which we're going to be doing here in a moment. And you listen within. What is the best thing for me in this moment? Speak up, not speak up. Not because you want a reaction, not because you want someone to agree with you or apologize to you or give you something. This is time to go within and trust yourself completely. So these messages from Gaia that will come through today, they may resonate. I know they'll resonate with everybody, but there may be ones that are specifically powerful to you. I want you, as I take you into, well, we're already in, but acknowledging the infinity healing chamber that we're in and connecting to the LightBody counsel, is to relax as deeply as you can into this moment. So turn off your phones, your binger bongers notifications, make sure that you're not going to get a phone call in the middle of it or whatever. Get comfortable, make sure you can lay down, you can sit, or you can completely relax, and then drop into the moment. Know that you're safe, know that you're in a space where you can completely let go and come into the center of your heart. From there, just observe, watch, receive. Don't hold on to anything. Don't resist anything. Be a part of the flow. Watch it come. The grief comes up. The memories come up. You have a wave of emotion, but it moves through you and it moves on, and you watch it go. Realize that you have 360 senses and that they're awakening. So everyone has different ones awakened or shut down, or the degree that they're each awakened. And so you're going to just own that and let them begin to feed you information. It's like opening little doors or windows or putting on new glasses that you can see. Oh, I can see this now, and I can see that now, and I can see there's angels all around me, and I can see that there's a grid around this, and I can see the dresser is glowing. And I'm not talking just about seeing out here, right? Seeing with your inner eye. And all of the different senses that you have within your light body. So as you drop in, observe, because Gaia has many, many ways of giving you a message. You might hear something, you might hear or think of a word, there might be a memory, a particular place, a big taste, a smell, a sound, you might suddenly be somewhere, standing on the beach. You might have a vision, you might be visual, you might just feel, like sense something warm or something enveloping or something pushing you or expanding or stretching. You might feel it in your solar plexus or your throat or behind you or above you. You might feel tingling in your fingers. These are all forms of communication, because your body is a vehicle. It's a sense vehicle, and it has limitations, but it's pretty great. And so it's going to talk with you, your body elemental, and it communicates to you all the time, doesn't it? And your mind and your emotions and all these other places in your body where these patterns that aren't you are stored. You're not meant to carry guilt around. You're not meant to feel shame. You're not meant to live in fear or regret. You're not meant to feel like this craving, this addiction, this desire, like I want this, I need that. Why do I never get it? I chase it. Okay. That was me for years. It's most of the people that I knew. This constant, it's never enough. I'm not enough. I can't do enough, and trying and pushing and shoving. That certainly has stopped a lot because of the pandemic. Excuse me. And so becoming you, stepping into your soul purpose, aligning with your soul signature frequency, I call it, requires you to be still. So trust the moment, listen to your senses. When you're done, take notes. I find it's vital. As soon as you're able, at the end, if you're still in a trance state, if you're still in a beautiful experience, if you're feeling something, anchor it, let it download. Take that message or experience into your entire being and remember it by, you know, putting your fingers together or thinking of a color or a symbol, or just remembering that feeling and practicing over and over, that you can go right back to it, like a little trap door that you got, oop, you're immediately there. And becoming the real you. So if you jot down, I saw pink, I felt this, I thought of a deer, I remembered when I was 3 at the lake, I did, you know, whatever it is, just quickly, when you're done, there's so much that comes through on levels that you receive, okay, that you are not conscious of. You may never become conscious of, or it may come to you in a dream tonight. It may realize it when you're washing dishes in 3 days. You might hear a song and go, oh my gosh. You might hear the same phrase 3 more times and then say, oh, now I'm going to pay attention, right? So we are being communicated with, and there's potential for us to plug in like a little cell phone number or dialing a radio signal from our receiver into so much information, so much guidance, so much energy, so many different versions of you at any time. And so becoming who we are during this transformation, it has never been more vital to let go of all the facades within yourself. Am I doing this for me or for someone else? Do I really love this? Or am I done with this? I've done this thing or lived here or been in this relationship or had this habit long enough, and I think I know everything about it. I think it's time for me to leave it behind. I no longer have to not think I'm good enough or whatever. And all of these things happen for everybody differently. So as they shed, as they shift, as they change, you will see, oh, what comes up? This is exactly what is the most important thing for you to look at next. So we often get focused on, I want this, you know. So I've had many businesses. I coached a lot of people in their business. Now I just work with people individually and in courses and things. But if that individual comes and they have a business, then that we work on every part of them, whatever comes up, because all the things are related. So if you have a belief about good enoughness or having to work hard, then money will come and go, because sometimes you feel worthy and sometimes you don't. Or, you know, if you, relationships will come or go, or you might not feel confident or whatever. So all these things are masks for the true you. And what we want to do is take the masks off and allow ourselves to see who we really are, see the gray hair. So now I love my white hair because I don't go to a hair salon, and I just have some powder, and I don't have to do anything but just put a little bit in my white hair and it comes out pink. And so, whereas before my hair was not quite all white. And so what I didn't want to see, what I didn't like, what I thought I wanted to hide has turned into one of my favorite things. So love who you are is not the easiest thing, because we were taught not to do that. And sometimes it feels scary and feels dangerous. The other thing that I want to invite you to do, I'm feeling Gaia really coming up like underneath me and just sort of holding me. I have been asking her all night to be in a great loving space with all other kinds of divine mother love in my daughter's place. Her name is Sierra. She lives in St. Paul, and her cat is named Kilala. She's long hair, white and gray. And if you want to send love or anything to them, that would be greatly appreciated, as Kilala lives out her last few days. So glad they get to be together. Something worse than somebody dying alone in a clinical setting with no love around them. So, all right. There's a lot of joy coming up from Gaia right now. Just seeing if there's anything else that she wants to say. Okay, so I'm going to take a look at the chat window, say hi to everybody. Oh, okay, Julie. Hi. I'm sorry. Donna doesn't work on Friday, so it's probably my fault that I didn't see that. And if you, I think you may have given us your email, but if you can give me your email privately here, uh, we can chat. Okay. Thank you so much for reminding me. Um, Hi, Stacy. Beautiful morning to all. Intention, we all get what we need to heal and awaken to our highest selves. Absolutely. That's why we're here. Hi, Nan. Hi, Ann. Laguna Niguel, California. Oh, I love Laguna. Glad to be here. One of my favorite places. From one beach to another. um, Stacy, if there are any messages or healing that could be blessed onto me today, would be grateful. Absolutely. Oh, thank you. You look radiantly beautiful. Thank you. That's surprising. I'm really and willing, open, and receptive. And Debbie said, animals are so amazing. Oh, yeah, it's a big deal. I found this cat for her. She said we had moved. We were in the middle of a divorce. It was a very challenging time for her. And she came to me and she said, I'm ready for a new cat. And I took it on as a sacred mission to find the right cat. And thankfully I was an animal communicator, and I was already doing all this work with animals and other kingdoms. So I went on a sacred mission until I found this cat. And the first 3 days she hid in a closet. So I didn't think it was the right cat. I was like crying every day. And then, oh my gosh, they're inseparable. They're like soulmates. I've never seen anything like it. It's a very big deal. So Diana said, sending love and light to Sierra and her beloved kitty who helped her when she needed it. Cats are special guides bridging this world with the animal world. They are, and cats are amazing healers as well. So, oh, Debbie, bless your heart. Um, Julie says, after Thursday's call, a dragonfly literally flew in my car and stayed on my dashboard for 30 minutes and then flew away when I got home. While I was driving, a deer was on the side of the road and peacefully stood in the same place and looked at me. How beautiful. Two of my favorite animal guides. I do have a shamanic journey with dragonfly. I haven't done deer yet, but deer is my first totem that I ever had. Beautiful. You know, deer is that absolutely gentle, peaceful, amazing energy that can be fully present, even though in any moment, you know, it could be prey, and it's able to relax into the moment. So it's got some really great things to share. Oh, uh, oh my gosh. Wow, Debbie, that's amazing. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Anne, for sending love and light to her. Hello, Pamela. Thank you. Hi, Noelle from Montreal. And Julie. That's a fun email. Hi from Catherine from Florida. The dragonfly journey is lovable. I love it. Hey, Erica from Colorado. Wonderful to see you. Erica is one of my dear friends. She's come to a couple of retreats here with us. It's wonderful to see you, hon. All right. So, just take a moment and get present. That was really nice, everybody. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's my least favorite thing, and yet it's beautiful, believe it or not. Sierra's dad is a hospice. Well, he was a hospice nurse who became a hospice administrator. And after our daughter died, that's what moved him into being in hospice. And so she has some very good support, and feels, you know, that she's gotten some good help on deciding what to do in the circumstances. So hey. Okay, good everybody. All right, so I'm just feeling that love. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. All right, give me a second. So go ahead and relax. And yeah, okay. Okay. Just tune into, excuse me, moi. Tune into this love fest we're having right now. I can feel it so much in my belly. And let's all drop into willingness. You feel willingness moving through. It's a beautiful state. Trust begins to move through your emotional body. And it's washing away the grief, the sadness. Just gently feel it moving through your emotional field. Just willingness. It's really just a relaxation. Relaxing and letting go of the tension, whatever tension you might have right now. Fear, anger, guilt, blame, confusion, uncertainty, disappointment, frustration. Let it come up. Give it permission to come to the surface right now. And just be willing, ready and willing to allow it, to receive it, to see it, to let it come from its deep, dark dungeon where it's been locked away, holding so much power. And now just move a little bit more into inspiration. Feel a small wave of inspiration beginning to nudge its way into your emotional field. Dense, tangled, confused, or perhaps fully melted down in this metamorphosis and just formless. Let that inspiration move. It's a light, light feeling. It's an open, expansive feeling. Inspiration is different for everyone. Inspiration is a whisper from your soul. What thought, feeling, image, sensation, memory, word inspires you to let go a little more of the tension, the stress, the worry, the tenseness, and let that light wave of inspiration move gently through. Good. And now take a deep breath in through your nose. And as you do, say in your heart, I'm open and receptive to a clear and open connection with my highest self and with Gaia. Feel this moving through you. And let that intention go and allow it to move down through your entire field, delivering that message. I am open and receptive to a clear and open communication of all that is optimal for me at this time, for my highest good and my awakening from the Light Body Council. Take a deep breath in. That breath is energy that you've encoded with your intention to be open and receptive to all of the Light Body Council. Clear and open. And let those codes pour through your light body, bringing that message, flipping the switches, opening your field, creating a clear and open connection. Allow your awareness to rise from you, expanding out and out and out. With this clear space, you now sense, see, and feel the gold ray, the cone of light above you and below you, radiating the divine spiritual golden sunlight down over you, on you, around you. Feel it moving through your body, your mind, and your emotions, bringing you warmth, love, divine wisdom, bringing you special messages that ripple through your cells and your DNA and through your mind, and you relax deeper and allow yourself to watch, receive, perceive, release, remember, renew, and realign. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now expand your awareness a little bit more as you rise into acceptance, harmony, letting go and transcending whatever was weighing on you in this moment, at this time, or for lifetimes. It simply begins to drop away, easily pouring off of you. You feel this beautiful space and the entire council assisting in helping you release your heaviest energy attachments, allowing them to be unhooked, unbuttoned, untied, unshackled, unbound, unwound, unraveled effortlessly. And now you feel surrounded in the most delicious compassion. It's love and transcendence and harmony and acceptance. It's light and free, and it allows me to be me. Let it infuse you as you acknowledge the all-seeing eye all around you, in the center between the cones of golden light. You feel yourself wrapped in this incredible space. Access to everything, every dimension, every time, what is and was, all versions of you, the infinite field, all guides, all elementals, ease, clarity, and flow. You feel your heart beginning to flow, a new flow coming through it, like a tiny spring coming up, gently moving aside blocks, shadows, fears, walls, old and new. It just flows. And now you feel the expansiveness of this infinity healing chamber all around everything. The glowing and glistening white light sphere of the flower of life, spinning, glowing, glistening. The flower pulsing, emanating a glow of pearlescent light. A grid connecting, communicating with the grid of your light body, of each of your bodies, each of your beliefs, every structure that creates your health, your body, your cash flow, your happiness, your relationships, all of it. It's now illuminating the parts that are not you, that no longer serve you, that no longer allow you to be your best, to expand. It's time to shed those, to melt those. As we activate this healing chamber to infinity, declare in your heart, I'm ready and willing to easily, gracefully, permanently reveal and release all structures that keep me from stepping into my next best version of me, aligned with my soul blueprint and soul signature frequency. I'm ready to be reminded of my personal vibration that is optimal for me. Just relax into that as that goes out through all of your being. Take a deep breath in. We activate the infinity healing chamber. This moment, this healing, and this connection to the light body counsel, to Gaia, and to those messages and healings that are optimal for me and for the highest good of all concerned. Let the breath go in an explosion. And feel our combined power pulse out and pulse expand. Wave after wave after wave. Out, 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 out. Relax into the chamber. Welcome to infinity. You relax deeper as you feel, sense, and welcome the infinite field, the void, source, all that is. And you feel this circle of divine light beings around you as you relax in the most beautiful place inside the all-seeing eye, illuminated by the gold ray, infused by the pearlescent spherical consciousness, allowing you to awaken, opening your awakening codes for this moment. The light body counsel begins to come forward one by one to bring you energy, healing, a gift, a message, a symbol. You may feel something moving in your body. Just relax and declare, I am an excellent receiver. I am an excellent receiver. I am an excellent receiver. I am that I am. Ea Escher Ea. I am that I am. Ea Escher Ea. I am ready and willing to be who I designed myself to be, to live the life my soul intended, to come into this moment and fully release, renew, and express the truth of my purpose, my mission, to enjoy, embrace, and accept who I am. You feel surrounded with compassion as Kuan Yin steps forward. One of the LightBody counsel, Kuan Yin, holds the pain of the world in her hands. She holds your grief, your pain, your loss, all of those feelings. She is the embodiment of compassion, glowing with a violet glow, because she holds and anchors the violet flame, the transmutational ray. You feel that ray moving to you and through you now, instantly burning away what no longer serves you. Enveloped in compassion, Kuan Yin asks you to give her your biggest pain. She will guard it, she will hold it, she will carry it for you. She will carry the burden so that you may lighten up. But have no fear if you feel resistant to let it go. It's still there. Take your time to release it. A new beautiful being steps forward and stands side by side with Kuan Yin. It's Saint Germain, the alchemist and master of sacred geometry, and the holder of the violet ray, the transmutational ray. And he says, will you allow me to transmute the karma, to untie the karmic knots and bonds to agreements, obligations that have been embedded for lifetimes, that hold you from being the you that you are ready to become? Say yes, and you'll feel him moving energies in sacred shapes, spinning and expanding, opening, beckoning, alchemizing your light body. Next, Thoth steps forward, the head of the LightBody Healing Council. Thoth, the ancient Egyptian god of wisdom, writing, science, magic, the bringer of civilization, our guide back to our light body, the author of the Emerald Tablets, and the same being who was Hermes and many other incarnations, bringing us the universal laws. Thoth thanks you, bows to you, and asks if you will allow him to fine-tune your light body structure and attune you to your highest frequency of your soul's blueprint that is optimal for you at this time. If you agree, say yes in your heart, and he will begin. Merlin appears, the magician who learned to speak with nature, to communicate with all forms of life, to understand alchemy, transmutation, metamorphosis, and the ability to direct it and allow it. He asks if you will allow him to awaken your palm portals and remember your abilities to work with the elementals, to work with the energies, to work with colors, to transform. Say yes and accept. And he begins moving energies through your powerful hands, physically, and through all levels of your energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Next, you feel a wave. You hear the ocean. You smell the salt air. You feel joy. A wave of playfulness moving through you. And the dolphins come, they dive in. They play and weave through your light body. From your earth star to your galactic goddess. They dive, they jump, they play, they weave. They begin to weave your heart out further and further. They say, come, play. Play is the highest state of true purpose. When you are doing your purpose and playfully, joyfully, fully expressing, enjoying, present and immersed in the moment, you are the most powerful being on the planet. Feel, receive, and allow their beautiful ability to scan, to clear, to realign. Frequencies moving through you like waves. Acknowledge them, say yes and thank you, and be willing to simply allow what blocks your playful, joyful, present acceptance of this moment of who you are and of being on your purpose to be highlighted. And they dive through them and weave them and unravel them, creating a continuous opening for you to release and rise above. Excellent light weavers, they continue to weave through your entire light body. And now you feel a sensation across your forehead. You feel as if there's pressure and two hands are pulling open, like sliding open doors. Your third eye. You feel tapping and tingling across your crown. And again, you feel a sensation like a gentle knocking on your forehead between your eyebrows. Isis and Horus appear before you and continue to move the energies through your pineal, your pituitary, through your third eye, your brain, through your Ajna chakra and your crown chakra. The embodiments of the awakened, all-seeing eye. They begin to weave the energies, connecting the two sides of the brain, connecting the pineal and the pituitary, connecting the crown and the ajna. They whisper a message of great power to you about that it's time right now for you to allow yourself to rise out of the heavy energies of survival, to free your energies to be present in this higher place, to fuse and open your command center and create a continuous stream of communication with your highest self, to work with all of the light in raising us through the portal of this moment in time. Welcome them, thank them, work with them, and allow them to open, reconnect, cleanse, clear, and awaken your inner eye. You now feel a refreshing, rejuvenating sensation as the elementals move forward from the healing chamber to surround you. Water, earth, fire, air, metal, ethers, the fairy realms, the nature spirits, all the levels of elementals that are here as our fellow travelers through this time, as allies and supporters, begin to move all through you, weaving and opening, finding those places that are stuck and freeing the heaviness, cleansing so that you can expand and you feel lighter and you feel less and less and less dense, tight, or constricted, lighter and lighter and lighter. As they bring fresh, vital energy, you feel as if you're drinking and nourished by this elixir of elemental energies. They know exactly what you need. Drink it in. Feel it moving through you, relaxing, revealing, uncovering, unlocking. And now you feel that you are ready and willing, that you are open and receptive, that all the fears and blocks that bound you from agreeing in this moment to shed the past, the pain, the parents, the perceptions, the patterns, the programs, to shed all that no longer serves you, and to rise, to reconnect with your true self. Grow your feathers, your wings, rise into your spiritual body. Kukulkan, the serpent god of the Maya, the feathered serpent, is the pathway, the guide back to your truth and your enlightenment. Follow that path back and forth, shedding easily. Allow Kukulkan to show you how to shed. Allow yourself to let go and move up, and to let go and move up, and to let go and move up. The light at the end of the tunnel is above you, where Kukulkan directs you to emerge from him in your next highest version. Gain your feathers, put on your headdress, open the truth of who you are. Say yes, and feel yourself lighter, shedding. You move up and up and up towards that light. You feel yourself emerging as if being born from this incredible 400-year journey, from this incredible journey of eons. And you gently float out of Kukulkan, merging. You have wings, you have feathers. You gently float, just being, feeling. Feel into who you truly are. Sense, accept, move. Feel the lightness, the agility, the colors, the patterns, the beauty. Accept, I am this, and I am that, and I am not that, and I am no longer that. And I am that I am. Yes. Relax and receive. Feel, fly, soar. Floating, soaring, being gently in this newborn state, like a tiny kangaroo, still vulnerable, naked. You can see and feel yourself slowly becoming the winged soul of great purpose. Now you relax into a nest of the most luxurious, soft, comfortable, cozy material. Is it velvet or satin? Is it cushions or pillows? Is it feathers? Relax into your nest that Gaia, our Mother Earth, our sister, soul sister, our body twin, envelops you in this loving, nurturing, womb-like nest. You feel yourself, this small, newly born, unburdened, light being, nestle in deeper and deeper to her heart, feeling that heartbeat of love beating gently, rocking you, rocking back and forth, soothing, beautiful, pure love, no conditions. You receive the adoration, the unconditional love, the accelerated healing, the divine power in this cocoon, this nest of love, Gaia's heart and yours begin to sink like a weave of silver light, moving from her heart to yours, from yours to hers, back and forth. You relax into the flow, feeling this infusion, feeling, allowing, receiving, open, receptive, clear, grateful. Relax into one heartbeat. Allow Gaia to infuse you heart to heart, to nurture you, to inspire you. Receive her whispers, her communication, her energy, her love, her instructions, her keys, and her codes that are here just for you. As you continue to relax, receive, allow yourself to shift, to form, to grow, to enlighten. Keep receiving on all levels, all that Gaia has to give you today. We have come this far together. We have played many times before. We co-created this world to play, to grow, to experience. And together we have forgotten who we truly are. And together we are awakening once again to who we are and who we are ready to become. Beloved sisters and brothers, you are light as I am light. You are not flawed or wrong. You lack nothing. There is only the stories that play through your experiences. all the plays that we've put on in this grand stage. We've tried it all, and we are complete. I am moving, erupting, shifting. I am becoming something new, rising in conscious, in state, in dimension. I am willing to release the heavy energies that have infused my soil and rocks, that have ensued a pain and a darkness. And we have walked through the dark ages. And we have reached the end of the tunnel. This has been a long journey, my love, my friends. I could not do this without you, and I am ready to move to my new state of being. Higher, lighter, new journeys, new experiences, new worlds to build. And you are ready. You may not hear the call as clearly as I do, but my codes are turning on. My body is going through changes, and mine and yours are inseparable. We are connected. We are one. My eruptions are your eruptions. We must accept them together. Walk into them. Re-embrace those powers we've forgotten, and release the judgments and heaviness, the fears, the hate, the anger, all of the years of abusing ourselves and each other, all the years of playing in the dark. That age is over. The portal is here. Walk through it with me. There is no certainty. This will not look the way it did. And yet I know, I feel within me, I'm called. Do you feel it in your heart? Our hearts are one. There's a pulse, there's a beat, there's a magnetic pull. Move forward. Walk through the last of the dark. This light is new light. Drink from it, and you will see new horizons, new possibilities, new powers, new flow. We are all one. We move through the portal together. Will you release and move into the uncertainty with me? All of us are together. You are never alone. Remember and allow me to be within you. Allow me to beat with your heart. Some of you have a lot you are carrying. And I ask if you will let me unplug, uncork, remove the cap from this heavy, heavy energy and let it drain out. If you are willing, say yes. And just allow it to drain. I know exactly what to do with it. Just let it go. Let it pour from you. Release it effortlessly. I will take it. I can take this deep into my being and transmute it to divine energy. Some of you are blocking your crown. You're only allowing a few of these coronets to open. Please say yes, it's safe. I can awaken, connect, share my light, show my powers, receive, understand, remember, and know. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Some of you have heavy hearts. Layer by layer, gently allow me to peel it away. Relax and step into each new level a little lighter, a little lighter. Ah, there you go. Give yourself permission to release the heaviness and all the obligations, agreements, and beliefs that say, I have to carry this burden. I have to hold myself back. I have to tie myself back. I have to protect, shield, or wall myself away. All of the need to protect by covering your heart and your truth. None of those work when your heart is fully embodied with your truth. Three of you, release what's in your neck and your ear. The right side, the stiffness, the tightness, the clogs, the blocks. It's safe to hear. You are loved. You are loving. You are lovable. Now, become love and go forth and love. Be love. Release the tension in the neck and the head, across the forehead and the eyes, through the sinuses and the throat. Let me take this, drain this, create movement, openness, clarity, expand this space so that more light, more connection, more dimensions and doors open to you. Allow yourself to declare, I'm ready and willing to be the light antenna and the receiver that I was born to be, to embody and express my truth and higher wisdom. Like a light bulb, you are lighting up. There's no effort. You're already wired to be light. Let the energy, like electricity through the wall into a lamp that lights the light bulb. The light bulb is just what it is. But when the right energy, the right current, the right frequency comes to it, it lights up with no effort whatsoever. Be. I am that I am. I release all agreements and obligations to be anything, to anyone, in any way, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, relationally, all the way through every part of my being. Relax and be cleansed. I am a clear and open channel. I am a clear and open channel. I am an excellent receiver. I am fully present. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, relax and receive this current, the perfect frequency for you. Allow it to move into you, to light up who you are. Watch, sense, and feel. Layers and layers of your purpose unfold around you and within you. Your wings grow and sparkle. Your mind expands, clears, and connects. You begin to feel and receive energy and information from all different places. You see this kaleidoscope of light, codes, languages, communications, energies, all illuminated in the glow of your light. As Gaia continues to open and allow herself to receive this current of infinite light, and each of us and each plant, animal, insect, element, person, building, everything in form, we offer this flow of divine life force, carrying only the purest frequencies that are optimal for you and your soul's blueprint, to align you to a higher level of your soul signature frequency, and to open you to be and become the being on your path, guided from within, following your soul's purpose, living for your joy, accepting, respecting, and expressing your gifts, your purpose. Receive the current, receive the light, give thanks, relax, open, receive more and more and more and more. And now you and Gaia begin to expand out of the nest and the cocoon. More and more light emanating from you, from her. One light, one love, one mind, one heart. Awakening, opening, expanding. Wider and wider, brighter and brighter. Glowing, rise effortlessly into pure light. Enjoy this space and receive a special message just for you from Gaia at this time. And now acknowledge that current of life and light. Acknowledge your connection, your one heart with Gaia. And slowly bring that light and heartbeat back into this moment, into your body, into your chair, into your room. As you anchor into this moment, newly, freshly renewed, rejuvenated, light. Some parts of you still not quite formed, but the light in a constant stream, direct, pouring to you. Affirm in your heart, I am a clear and open channel to this life force and this current of light that is optimal for me at this time. Gaia and I, awakening, transforming, becoming and creating the new earth, the new world, emerging from the darkness into the new light. I agree to take time to integrate this, to honor and respect who I am, to continue to see and light those places in my life that are still attached to old paradigms that are no longer me. Gaia encircles your body. You feel a gentle touch on your arms. She holds you heart to heart in a divine healing embrace. My beloved child, sister, soulmate, and traveler, my beautiful daughter, my beautiful son. We are so many things to each other. And at this moment, we're both going through upheavals, breakdowns, deconstructions. This is the path to the light, to the world that we dream of creating. Stay connected with me so that I may support you, remind you to connect to the light, to feed yourself the current that will continue to awaken and restructure. And remember to send me your support, to see me receiving the perfect energies, food, nourishment, elixir, and light for my transmutation, my enlightenment. Together we ascend. This is not wrong. And we are here together to be the light. The more we stay connected to this current, this infinite flow, and remember, we are infinitely loved, infinitely fed, infinitely supported. There can be no lack. Whatever is, is. Love it, accept it, and watch it transform into something even more beautiful. Share your love, be love. Let's rise to the portal, not sink into the hole. We are the ones that came to bring the light, to light the path, to go first. The explorers, the leaders, those ones who are ready to remember our skills, our wisdom, our experiences. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Take your time to come back fully into the moment. Stay in your space if you like. I will stay here for a few minutes if you'd like to share with me in the chat window. I would love to hear your experience. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer those. Take your time. Keep your connection open and flowing. Oh, hi, Lucy. I'll have the replay up pretty quickly onto YouTube and onto the podcast and to the WordPress page so you can catch it. Ah. Erica, love from Colorado. All right, Diana, love everybody. Thank you, Dan, for everything you do. You're beautiful. Thank you so much, sweetie. And Mara, thank you, Dan. Your light shines through the grief. Beautiful guidance. Thank you. This definitely helped me to lighten up. Debbie says, thank you. Stacy says, thank you. Feeling expanded and lighter. Lovely, thank you. Nancy, hi, sweetie. Hi, Lucy. Nabila, hi, honey. Much gratitude, peace, and love to you, beautiful man. I'm still floating and tingling and coming back together. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste. Me too. I'm like, woo, floating around. Gaia is still here, really powerful. Wow, thank you, thank you, thank you. That was powerful. Thank you, thank you. What a great transformation in me, Pamela and Julie. Thank you, sweetie. So the messages that came through were both for everyone, but there was several messages from Gaia during that were very specific to some of you. So I felt her reaching through you and saying some people are blocked here and some people are blocked here. So you may want to repeat it if you were blissed out, and see if you missed any of the messages that came through, if any of them are for you in particular. Oh, feeling some strange feelings here. Yeah, I think I'm going to redo that one. So beautiful. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Julie. I need that. Okay, wow. Well, guess what? Next Saturday is the solstice. And I'm going to do two things on the solstice. One, they are live streaming for the first time ever the solstice sunrise at Stonehenge. So I will make sure that I send something out about that. If you're on my list, look up where we can get it. The British Heritage sites and social media will actually do the replay as well if you can't be there live, but I'm going to be there. And they can't have people come. So what an incredible honor for all of us to get to experience that. And then at 10 a.m., like today, our central time, which would be 8 a.m. Pacific, I'm going to do a live solstice journey. So you can come back and meet me here same time next week for our solstice journey. Solstice is pretty powerful. Of course, it's the longest day of the year. It's the most light of the year. So it'll be a beautiful complement for this. Remember that this journey, this healing, the chamber, the council, they all come and do very deep work with you. And so honor yourself, be gentle with yourself, take a swim or a shower or a salt bath or swim in the ocean or whatever you're able to do. Be gentle with yourself. Try not to go watch violent movies or do crazy things. Do something you love. Follow that inner purpose. What I loved was what came through today, and I didn't know this was going to be the underlying topic, was we've got to be ourselves. We've got to listen to our inner voice. We have to fully express ourselves. We have to shed the old conditioning. We've got to let go of the way we've been living. And this societal reset, grand transformation, deconstruction, whatever you want to call it, is happening within us at every level, as well as on the planet and in our society and all through different layers of our life, of our realities that are created here. So when you see an upheaval like riots or protests or a volcano erupting or a flood or a storm or whatever's happening to Gaia, it's happening within us as well. We are connected. Our bodies are made out of her body. And we are such powerful beings who came here to lead the way into this next world. I'm going through the portal. I'm not falling into the hole. And you can see the great divide that's happening. Many of my mentors 10, 20, 30 years ago were saying this, as you probably had heard as well, that we would polarize, we would get more and more people going to the dark or the light, or to this opinion or that opinion. And we're seeing that on the planet, great polarization. That's okay. This is what happens, but there's going to be a separation at some point. Multiple timelines exist, and we get to decide what timeline we're going to live in by who we're being. So the sooner that we release the fears and the griefs, we experience them. We don't release them by chopping them off. Please don't do that. All parts of you are there as parts of you. They hold energy. They're energy from you that was formed into a certain belief or agreement, formed into a knot or something in some part of your being. And if it's coming up, it's time to bring it in. We call it the acceptance lounge in LightBody Healing. Bring it into this beautiful space where you accept it. Look at it. Look at the grief. This experience my daughter's going through right now is a very obvious invitation from my higher self to go into grief again for me. Grief has been a very powerful teacher for me. I've been through a lot of huge, enormous loss, and the grief, of course, of losing my daughter being the most painful, that I don't want to come up again. And yet I'm being gifted this opportunity to experience it again, see where I am with it. And here's the beautiful thing. All the work I've done, all the work you're doing, or all the play. Thank you to the dolphins for bringing us into play. Remember that. All this awakening that you've been doing, it's not just your spiritual work. It's not just your creative work. It's not just your meditation or whatever you do. It is also the moments of conflict, the relationships that break down and fall apart. It is the times of death and grief and sadness. It is riots, and it is blissful moments. And when we embrace all of that, we rediscover that we have skills and we have strengths that have been buried or hidden or held down by a lot of these agreements or fear of feeling pain or fear of feeling grief. And so we can't be in fear anymore. What do? Go up the scale, like I teach. If you don't know what the scale is and you want the scale, if you go to nanakasha.com/BlissLife Global Healing, you get on that list. The very first class I did for this series, BlissLife Global Healing Series on energy medicine, I did a class on master your emotions in any situation. It's also a course for only $33 for another week, I think. And it's in that class here, I introduce you to the scale. If you go, you will be able to see what I'm talking about. It's the scale of consciousness. Ours is slightly different. But when you go up to neutrality or to willingness, you can trust, you can get inspired, and you can have an intention. And that's what Gaia was doing for us. She was bringing us up through bathing us there and then bringing us into inspiration. That's a level on the level of willingness. It's willingness, trust, intention, inspiration, and that's a powerful place to be. So enjoy that and know that you are here to be inspired by what you love. You deserve to be you. You deserve to express yourself fully as long as you harm no one else, and you deserve to remember who you are. I thank you so much. I honor you from the deepest part of my heart, that you're on your journey and that you're willing to be here and that you're a part of my journey too. So take this and go out into your day. Be love, be light. I really loved that light bulb image. It was very powerful as Gaia was guiding us through that. And remember that when you plug the light bulb in, it doesn't have to do anything to receive the current, right? To receive just the right frequency that will light it up. And so what we do is we shed everything that is keeping us from receiving that current, that perfect infusion of energy, which is accepting ourselves, being ourselves. oh, there's a block. There's a fear I'm going to be criticized. There's a fear that if I'm expose myself as a light worker, or I really embrace my soul purpose, I won't make any money, or my family will disown me. All these things happen for all my clients and students, for everyone. And yet this is the opportunity to walk into who you really are. And then you can be one of those light pillars of light on the planet and light your light bulb up. All right. I feel very blissy. Let's see. And the image and feeling of the nest really resonated, and I felt enveloped in peace. Oh, good. Yeah, I liked that. I've been making self-care a priority lately, but this healing showed me I need to relax into it even more and forgive myself and gentle even more. Thank you, Nan. Boundless gratitude for this gift. Oh, I agree, Annie. I've been in self-care, intense self-care for since February, and going through healing crises, and my partner's in his own healing crisis. I've been working with him for a year now, and it's amazing how even when we feel like, oh, I'm doing a good job, you know, I'm drinking my green juice and I'm doing this, and then I realize, oh, I'm pushing myself, I'm worrying, I'm trying to work too hard, or something like that. So there's always another level for us to release and to move into for becoming more us. So I'm really glad. Thank you for doing that. And thank all of you for taking care of yourself. It means so much to the whole world. Nabila says, like pieces of my soul. What a beautiful way to see all the bits of me. Thank you. Yes, pieces of 8. Treasure. Julie said, love the light ball image too. You look bright. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. All right, my loves. I am so hesitant to let go of our beautiful chamber, but let's go ahead and send some gratitude and some love out. Oh, so much love and gratitude. So I just like to tune into the Gratitude Power Program. Remember, if you want to do Infinity Light Weaving, it's on sale now, infinitylightweaving.com. And you get the Gratitude Power Program with it, and you get a meditation with it, and you get a whole training on it. And it's such a delicious and wonderful thing. It's a sphere of light all around us. And the spiral of the full color spectrum churning like that current, like that flow, like that never-ending spring. Just feel it coming up, and just simply say gratitude. Thank you. Flow. Peace, blessings, gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. And gratitude is an infinite flow. And it's a tube torus, and it's a seed of light. And there's a flow, and there's light rays, and there's bubbles. And just feel yourself being infused and filled with it. Receive it and expand it, and now start to just stream it from every pore and every finger, out your feet and your belly, into Gaia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am on this path, and I am here to be grateful for me and for you. And now feel it streaming through her body, and up and out through the trees, the grass, the water, the crystals, through the air, the people, the buildings. Keep letting it pour, an infinite flow of gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Ah, thank you. I am so honored to be me. I am so honored to be here. I am so honored to be light. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now allow it to move through you. Receive it. There's plenty of it streaming out from you to everyone else. Now absorb it, drink it, suck it in. Feel it moving through every pore, down the cells and the muscles and the bones, into the DNA, and out through the mind and the emotions and the aura and the Buddhic field and every layer of your being. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to the gold ray, the all-seeing eye, and the spherical consciousness of the flower of life. Thank you for this moment and for this infinity healing chamber. Thank you to the infinite field. Thank you, Thoth, Gaia and Merlin. Thank you, Isis and Horus. Thank you, Kuan Yin and Saint Germain. Thank you, Kuku Khan. Thank you, all the elementals. Thank you, the dolphins. Thank you to all of our higher selves, our I am presences, and our body elementals. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May this chamber and circle be open yet unbroken, a permanent place and space to return to at any time, in any moment that it is needed. Thank you for co-creating this space. Take the peace and the love and the gratitude with you. Spread this through your beingness, through your thoughts, through your creation, through your touch, and through your relationships, and through your finances and your relationship with money, and through your body, and through everything in your life. Ooh, feels like we lit up the whole planet. Let's just close by seeing this infinite field, stream, a never-ending current of light directly into our planet, our beloved Gaia. And she emanates it out to all of us. And that stream is not shrouded in darkness anymore. It is permanent, it is powerful, and it flows never-endingly, bringing love, clarity, and awakening to all who are here at this time. Thank you, everyone. Namaste. In la Quechalakin, you are another me, I am another you. We are one. One mind, one heart, one light. This was so delicious. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Delicious is definitely the word.
Thank you so much. I love that. Yes, it was delicious. Thank you, Annie. So nice to see you.
Good to see you too. Thank you.
Wonderful. It's been a while since we saw each other or talked, hasn't it?
Yes, I've been through quite a journey this past year. Given up my home 3 times.
Oh my goodness. Bless your heart.
I never thought I'd land here. It's such a blessing.
Isn't it amazing? Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing is we just let go and flow and end up somewhere we never could have planned.
It's when I can do that and I get in the flow, it's just so miraculous.
Yeah. Oh, good. I'm so glad. You're very shiny.
Feel you helped me shine today. Thank you so much.
Good. Yeah, absolutely. I'm very happy. This was so fun.
You and your family in prayer right now.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I know everyone goes through this, but being a mother and I'm so far away and I can't go. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't travel there right now. So yeah. Doing what I'm doing from here, and all of you have helped so much, and I saw them both in the healing chamber, and I am so grateful to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, well, if anyone else would like to say anything as we close, feel free to unmute yourself. I'm not seeing how to do that. No idea. Hi, Julie.
I just unmuted myself.
Yeah, I know you can. Yeah, sometimes I just unmute everybody and then everyone can say bye. But
I see.
Hi, Nan.
Hi.
This is Dawn. I just wanted to thank you. This was such a great thing. This was amazing. Really. And I love your pink hair.
Thanks.
I absolutely love it. Um, and my prayers are with you and your family. It's really tough. And I understand that, and I'm a big one for furred creatures, so you know, there are soul companions, is how I
Yeah.
see it.
Oh, yes.
You know, so I wish you well, and thank you. This was amazing.
Thank you.
Really,
Thank you.
really amazing. You are so gifted.
Oh, I'm just a channel, and all of you coming adds to that energy. So I'm so honored when you all come, because then we get to co-create it. So
Yeah,
thank you.
thank you.
Absolutely.
I wish I could tell you more about how I'm feeling about this, but I'm kind of mind blown at the moment. My mind is just so expansive right now. I know I'm grounded, but it's going to take me a while.
Yeah, I know. I understand. I often end my private calls were like this, and so we often just leave the call and stay with it for a while, and then reconnect to share. So, but you can always send me an email, nan@nanakasha.com, if you want, or private message me on
Sure.
Facebook. Because I love to hear. But yes, it's important to honor the space that you're in, and not come out of it too fast. So enjoy.
Thank you. Thank
Mhm.
you. I
Yeah,
appreciate it. Take care.
thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Bye bye. You've helped envelop me in love, and I wasn't feeling it. You know, I was most of the night doing energy work with my daughter and bringing in as many loving guides to be inside of the chamber around her and Kilala, and it's such an honor to get to give and serve and receive like this. So I've been enveloped in love today. Thank you.
You are. Take care.
All righty, my loves. Thanks so much.
Oh, thank you. You have a beautiful day.
Thank you. You too. Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, honey.